Yo, what's going on, y'all? So by the title of this video, you guys already know what I'm be talking about. Excuse me, I actually just woke up. So excuse the appearance. Anywho, I get this question quite a bit. They always ask me, hey, how can I record in Serato with an SL2? And to be honest, from my knowledge, you really can't. The reason being, the SL2 itself doesn't have an extra set of inputs where you can actually record through into Serato. So there's no extra inputs for you to connect your mixer to in order for you to record your mix into Serato itself. Now, an easy workaround for that is using a free program called Audacity. I'm pretty sure you guys have seen this video in general already. There's a lot of these videos out there, how to record a mix with like an SL2 or whatever. But this is probably the easiest way to do it, and it might seem a little confusing for most people, but it's not really. Now, for a lot of people that were on the SL1, in order to record a mix, basically what you would do is you see these inputs right here. You have input 1 and 2, which is both RCA, and then you have your mic. And basically what you would do is you would run an RCA to 1/4 inch adapter like this. You know, you connect some RCAs and you would run it out of maybe your master that was RCA or whatever that was RCA out of your mixer into here. Serato record tab, you would basically just press what input source you're going to be recording from, and in the drop down menu it would show your mic. So the problem with an SL2 is you see all these inputs are taken up. You got your 2 inputs for your decks, and then you have your outputs that go into your mixer, and that's it. You don't have nothing else. So you have no way to connect any type of booth out, record out, or master out into your Serato box itself. Therefore, you can't record through Serato. So basically what you're gonna need in order to record a mix is you're gonna need, of course, your setup, and you're gonna need your mixer that has either a record out, any type of RCA out. Now, it doesn't have to be RCA out, but RCA out is recommended, and the reason why I recommend RCA out is because it is the most convenient cable to find, because you are going to need a RCA to headphone jack cable. Now, if you have a booth out that so happens to be 1/4 inch, I actually recommend using some type of output on your mixer that has a volume control knob. That way you can really control the volume of your mix that you're going to be recording. Whether you need to bring it down a little bit or you need to boost it, you could do that off from the mixer. Now, if you go out of a record out in your mixer, you can't really control it because most mixers don't have a record out volume knob on the mixer itself. Now, for you young guys who have mixers that only have strictly RCA outs, what I recommend doing is I recommend connecting your RCA to headphone jack cable straight from your master into your computer, and then if you happen to have a powered speaker laying around so you can actually hear yourself while mixing, connect that to the record out. Reason being is you can control the volume that you can control your mix volume straight from the mixer itself, and if you need it to be louder in your studio, in your bedroom, wherever you're recording the mix, you could do that from the powered speaker itself. So let's get into it. I'm basically going to show you how to set it up. So as you can see on the back of this mixer itself, this mixer basically has everything that you would need. It has XLR master outs, it has a second master out, which still happens to be RCA. It has a record out, and it has a 1/4 inch booth out. For this demonstration, I'm going to be plugging it into the RCA master out. This 1/4 inch is actually going to my studio monitor so I can hear in here. You don't have to, like I said earlier, you don't got to like connect it to your master out. That so happens to be, you don't have to connect it to something other than your record out. You can connect it to your record out and be perfectly fine. For this demonstration though, I'm going to be connecting it to my master out. Reason being is I want to be able to control the volume of my mix straight from my master. So this is going to give me my master. What it's going to be recording is literally what's coming out of the mixer and master control. So anytime I move this master, it'll go up and down. If I move the balance, it'll go, it'll change the balance in the actual mix itself. So this RCA, so headphone jack, goes all the way over here to my computer. Excuse the mess. I was drinking a couple beers last night and eating some grapes. So as you can see, I have it plugged into my microphone in. Now, I have a 15-inch MacBook Pro, so I get, 2 headphone jacks basically. I have, a regular headphone jack, which is my output, and then I have my input. Now, this is where a lot of people get confused. So you got it hooked up into your Mac. So basically what you're going to want to do is you're going to go to your Apple, you're going to go down to System Preferences, you're going to jump over to Sound, and then automatically by default, it'll be set to built-in microphone. And as you can see, as I'm talking, the VU meter on there is bumping up and down. Reason being is because it's grabbing whatever I'm saying. The computer is grabbing whatever ambient noise, my voice, any noise in here through the microphone. So you're going to want to switch that because you want to get clean audio straight from your mixer itself. So you're going to switch that to line input. Then you're going to open up Audacity. Go ahead, Google it. It's a free program. You should be good to go. By default, this would be set to built-in output. This would be set to built-in microphone. So you want to switch that to built-in input. And this would also be set by default as mono input channel. So you want to go ahead. I like to record in stereo. So you're going to go ahead and switch to stereo input. So at that time, you would hit record. Then you would minimize Audacity. For this demonstration, I'm not going to minimize Audacity. I'm going to go ahead and leave it open. So hit record. As you can see, it's recording, but nothing's coming up because I have no sound going through it yet. I'm going to go ahead and play a loop. As you can see, let me go ahead and lower down my booth. That way you see that it's not coming from the internal microphone. It's actually coming from the mixer itself. I'm going to go ahead and raise the volume on my master because I have it set up where I can control it from the mixer itself. So say, it's recording too low. Let me go ahead and raise it up. And as you can see, the waves are getting bigger. Now, you don't want to get too crazy with this because you don't want to get distortion out, but you want to get it where it's nice and juicy. I mean, definitely trying to maximize something after you record it, trying to bring it up can always kind of distort, but you don't want to go too much over because then to bring it down, it will also sound like shit. But this is the reason why I like to record out of a mixer with a volume control on it. That way I can see where it's at, and if I need to raise it up, I can. If I need to lower it down, I can do that as well. So you can really fine tune your mix better that way. I'm gonna go ahead and stop the loop. In order to stop recording, all you're gonna do is you're gonna hit stop. Then from there, you go to file. If you think it's good to go, you go to file. You can export it. There it is. You could also do fades in here. So say if you mess up on your very last song and you're like, you know what, I'm gonna fade out. Instead, I'm gonna end the mix on the song before I messed up at the very end. I'm gonna go ahead and chop it and then fade it out. You could do that too. That way you can salvage some mixes where you feel like, I really screwed it up at the end. I really wish I didn't do that. From there, you can export, and then it'll go right into your iTunes. Say you don't like it, to delete it is as easy as hitting the little X in the corner, and you're good to go. That's Audacity. No, I don't want to save these changes just because I don't really use Audacity. But yeah, and then you're good to go. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully you found it somewhat helpful, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace. Andy Mac, motherfucker.